Hi friends, it's Friday, November 14th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here, continuing our assignment. Yesterday it was pointed out to us that a little bit of intention goes a long way in this new dimension. So our instructions are clear. Our intention for today is to do what is ours to do, to trigger the awakening right now. And with that, it begins.
Wow, and I see the warehouse.
Yes.
And the top flying not as drunkenly as earlier. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Not as drunkenly as earlier. With better purpose but weird balance, if that makes sense.
Yes, there's still something stuck
Off.
to the inside of
Yes.
us. So we have choices. We could go down to the workbench, and the guy doesn't seem to have solved this, and we were just on the workbench.
That's true.
Or we could fly into the wall again.
That's true.
Maybe we can knock it loose. I can feel it, and it feels like a big glob of something. There are two issues that my attention is being drawn to.
Yes.
One is this blobby thing inside, and the other is what seems to be like creeping crud on the outside. And so again, I'm shown that tent city that's being set up near the portal where the fakers go who don't want to walk the road.
Yes.
And so crashing into the wall might accomplish two goals at once.
That is true.
Right? So zing, 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 zing. Let's take a spin around and then smash into the wall on the count of 3, 1. Whoa.
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 Well, there it is. There it is.
And it looks like a wasp nest that was stuck inside, and now it's loose. So there are wasps buzzing around. But we have the right and the responsibility to tend this space, and the wasps can do what they want, but we're still getting these nests out. The wasps are still unhappy. I say let's slam it into the wall again.
That's true.
As many times as is needed to get these wasps out of here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can fly. There's something wrong with the flying.
Yes.
Let's go back to the workbench, right? I see that guy at the workbench. Let's land right near him.
Yes.
And kind of waddle over and, point to this. There's something wrong here. I feel like I'm a bird looking up at him, pointing at a wing that's bent.
Yes.
Well, that's a significant message.
That's true.
He says something like, "Let's take a look at you, little fella."
Yeah.
Saying, "Yes, here's your problem here." And he's fiddling with it. And he's looking in our eyes, like pulling down our eyelids, and looking in our throat and looking in our ears. And he's saying, "You look a little under the weather. Let's give you something."
Yeah, it looks like something in like an eyedropper. Or
yes. Here you go. He feels like he knows what to do with this, and he pulls out his, it looks kind of like a toolkit, but it's also kind of like a medicine box.
Yeah.
And he pulls out something, and he gives it to us like you'd give to a bird. He puts food in his hand, and we peck the food.
Yeah.
And so someone guides are saying, "What do you know? I remember that you said our assignment was to turn into a real bird."
That's true.
Not be a mechanical top that flies.
That's true.
I don't really know how to do that other than to live my soul plan.
That's true.
And then we do turn into a real bird. So what is the destiny of this flying top is to become a real bird, not to fly around a warehouse. All I see is the mountain.
Me too.
That I'm climbing.
Me too.
I've left the base camp, and I've begun to climb.
Up. And it's not really steep yet.
Not yet, and this book is accurate. This book that says how to climb Mount Everest or whatever it is.
Things are where the book says they are.
Things are where the book says they are, and it's accurate, and if we just follow everything that it says, we'll be fine. We have the supplies it said to bring.
That's true.
We're following the directions, we'll be fine. Everything is right here.
That's true.
It suggests things, but I know that we should do everything
it says.
Right. Some things it says, stop by the brook, and if there are berries, You might want to pick them, but I know
that
that
means we want to pick
the
them.
berries. This book is surprisingly philosophical.
It is.
It has these wonderful little gems mixed in with practical advice. It's really beautifully written.
It is.
I like it very much. I look to see who the author is, and it doesn't seem to be signed.
Yeah.
It tells us what to eat and how much to eat and how much, so that we don't run out.
It's true.
So you say, what do I know? I know that I better eat less than it suggests,
That is true.
so that I have extra to share with
That's
someone,
true.
if there's someone who needs nourishment. Because I can feel around, maybe a quarter of the way around the mountain, someone over there
That's
is
true.
trying to climb and is not provisioned at all. And now I turn around and the base camp looks small. And way off in the distance I can see the first camp.
Way, way, way off.
And after that it's kind of like beyond the curve
Yes.
of the world, so to speak,
Yeah.
which is really the curve of the top.
That's true.
But it looks like a world from this vantage point.
Yes.
It looks very earthly.
It does. Look very
Mountains,
earthy.
trees, roads. Well, not one road.
see,
There's
yeah,
one
just
road,
one road.
and everything else looks very
Trees.
natural.
Very natural.
It is. They say, "What do you know? This is a natural world. It's a top that grew from what looks like an ostrich egg,
That's true.
and it's supposed to turn into a real bird.
That's true.
It is a natural thing. It's a place where natural consequences reign. So I know target to target, one is chakras open, blue tunic pose, channels up to Father Sky. This is how we do it here. This
That's
is how we do it. And suddenly I feel like once again I am the top. No longer climbing the mountain, but I am the top, and I'm putting my channels up. And by putting my channels up, it's like everybody on the top side, the channels are also drawn up, pulling the channels up, just getting the channels up, and it hurts to get them up. They're creaky and there's pain. You know what it's like is when somebody has a cold sore in the corner of their mouth and it hurts to open the mouth.
Yeah.
It has that feeling of like a cold sore unhealed.
That's true.
I see, it looks like the place where we're supposed to get these channels attached.
That's true.
And if we can just get them attached, maybe some gold will start to flow through. I can hold them up so enough gold starts to flow that maybe it will heal this place where the cold sore kind of cracked soreness is, which is right at the base of the channel.
Yeah. And I can feel the gold.
It's coming down inside the channel. It feels really good. And now it's coming down inside, like I can see it coming down inside
the top.
Yes, in streaks. I kind of asked the maintenance guy if he can just paint us with gold, and he says it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. He doesn't have the...
He doesn't have the gold.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you have a baby bird and they come out with real feathers instead of down.
Right.
We don't stick the feathers on them.
That's true.
The feathers grow. I ask if we are ready to fly, and he says we've got problems with our feet.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We do have problems with our feet.
Yeah.
They're
Like they're curled up in a way that isn't good.
That's true.
They're like they're been burned or afraid to touch ground. Restating the intention. Our intention is to do what is ours to do. Whoosh. To trigger the awakening. So we have to learn to fly, and we're going to need to fly out there, and if we can fly out with the hawks, it's better today than
Better
tomorrow. I'm just waiting for the maintenance guy. I kind of flap my wings. It freaks him out when I talk to him.
It's true.
It does better when I just
Make birdie gestures.
Make birdie gestures. So I'm flapping my wings like I'd like to go now. So I just kind of say, with my actions. I
Yes,
want to go. I want to
pretty
go.
wings.
And he's laughing. He says, "Okay, little
Okay,
fella."
little fella.
I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm in the groove of flying very
No.
well. I think I'm just going to have to go outside. And so I look to see how are we supposed to
I
get
see
out
that
of
big.
this
It's like a
thing.
big barn window up there.
Yeah, I see
Big
that
window.
window.
Way up.
So the goal would be to just go out, and in.
Yeah.
Just go out and kind of, because there might be a hawk on the roof or something.
Right.
And just notice what we notice right
Yeah.
away, because I don't intend to get picked off by a hawk the second I fly out.
No.
So let's actually fly up to the windowsill and stop on the sill and scoop
Yes.
it out from there a little bit. That seems wiser,
Yes.
right? Okay.
There.
Wow, it seems like we're way high up.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's quite a drop.
I can't see ground. Right?
I'm looking
I
up
s-
trying to see if there's anything that wants to eat me.
Ah.
Well, there's
Really?
a thing across the way that looks like it would be a good, let's
That's
go there
true.
and back.
That's true. It's like another window.
Check out that roof. I don't see any hawk.
No, that roof is clear.
Okay, well, let's see if we can get, is that window open? Is there a windowsill that we could fly into? I don't want to smash into
It
it.
doesn't look like there's glass. It's
Yeah, it
like
looks
a
like an
barn.
open- Well, are there other birds going in and out?
I don't see anyone else in the sky.
I don't either. It looks completely empty. Okay, well, let's fly over there on the count of three.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Well, I feel like we made it.
Yeah.
And that nothing ate us.
Nothing ate us.
And we can sit on this windowsill and kind of look inside. It doesn't feel good in that building. And I can now see the barn that we came from.
Yeah.
And check out the roof, and it looks okay.
Yeah.
Let's just go
Nobody
back.
up there.
Fly up, like make a arc. Yes. And then maybe we can get a vantage point. It seems to be like a weather vane on the top.
There is.
It'd be good to sit there and get a good vantage. As long as there are no hawks in the sky, look up. Seems so deserted. Where
Totally
is
deserted. There's
everybody?
no one in the sky, nobody
No.
around.
I don't feel like that's normal, but
I don't know.
I don't know this place. I don't know the rules.
But it does feel like something is unusual.
Something's unusual, that's for sure.
It's cloudy and I don't see anybody.
Maybe a storm is coming.
That could be.
Well, let's not go too far from the window.
Yeah.
It could be that a storm is coming. The wind is picking up.
It is.
Well, let's go back down to the window.
Yes.
I feel like we've got some real feathers.
Yeah, I can
Like
see them.
There's part of us that seems to be turning somewhat into a bird.
Bird. It's
Like I feel like part of me actually is flesh, not tin.
yeah. It's like a half
Half bird,
metal.
half machine.
Yeah, half metal, half flesh.
Let's fly down to the workshop bench and look at that guy and see what he, like, just be
Yes.
making bird gestures at the guy again.
Yeah.
Have him check us over.
He looks bemused again that we flew up and then flew out and then came back in. Like he's not used to seeing practice runs.
I'm fiddling with some
We
wire.
seem to have a bird head. The head is very
The
bird-like.
head is very bird-like, and down one side is
And
very
down yeah.
bird-like, and the rest of it is still metal.
That's true.
And I don't like the metal part. It's starting to bother me now.
It is.
Starting to feel uncomfortable.
Cold and hard.
Yes, maybe we can shuck this off.
That could
maybe
be.
maybe we're a bird underneath it. Let's see if we can get this off. Like if I can push it against his hand.
Yeah, I
maybe.
can-
Yes. It's
He's
kind of,
undoing a screw.
yeah.
A couple screws.
Oh, that feels
And it's
a
like
lot
he's feeling
better.
around under the edge of the metal. And then it's like,
He can take it off. Oh, that feels so much better. Let's fly around inside a
Whoa,
little bit. Thank
oh.
you. Okay, so I
Wow.
see the interior of the top
yes.
again.
The interior is changing as we're turning into a bird.
Yeah.
It's like the shape is changing and the stuff that was inside is changing.
The hollow space is kind of going away.
Going away.
And it's starting to look more like a living thing
Yes.
inside. less like a top. It's coming alive, more and more and more.
More and more.
Becoming a real bird.
Yes.
Now there we are on the mountain again.
That's true.
And we are getting to a steep part, but we're still right on track, following the book.
The book
step by step. The book tells us exactly what to do. We just follow it step by step by step. Channels up to Father Sky. What now? He says, well, you have your day's work cut out for you. Right direction. Keep going.
Keep going.
That is the truth.